All praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Wabra. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth to the rest of the church who believe as well, including you men who may not be teachers or prophets, to you women, sons, and daughters also, and the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. Our job as men of the Lord is to push the word. Our job isn't to please everybody. Our job isn't to be so focused on our life that we get caught up in the affairs of this world. What if me telling the so-called white man he's the devil, I can't get a job? Well, then you seeking to please men. Well, what if me going out there and teaching and looking crazy keeps me from getting this one girl I'm trying to talk to? You seeking to please men. And this truth, man, you got to be totally locked in to the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Can't be caught up in the affairs of this life. But this is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 2 and 4. It says this: but as we were allowed of God to be put in trust with the gospel, because in order for us to do what we're doing, first and foremost, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has to allow it. All right? Even so, we speak not as pleasing men, but God which trieth our hearts. So we don't speak to please men. We speaking to please Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Well, when you guys go out there and teach, you don't think about losing your job. You don't think about people going out there being able to hurt you or kill you. You don't think about this. Man, look, we ain't focused on trying to please men. Look, man, when you're totally locked in the spirit, your whole duty, your whole concern is to serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You don't give a mad ass, excuse my French, fizzuck about what some non-believer, what some weird loser looking Sheetamite or whoever has to say. Okay? If you get offended by the words of the Lord, it's a clear sign the Lord hates you. It's that simple. And that's what it comes down to. If you don't believe in the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, if you get offended by the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to the point you don't want nothing to do with it, you get offended to the point it doesn't make you correct your ways, or you just want to keep talking stuff and acting as if it don't matter, you are going to meet your day. All right? Our job is to preach the word according to how the measurement was given to us. Based off of what we're allowed to do, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has us do. And we don't do it to please men. If we cared about the ways of this world, we wouldn't be out there teaching. Because putting yourself on the line can have you at risk for your life, can have you at risk for your job, can have you at risk for a woman or whatever the case may be, have you at risk just from everyday society, how people view you or look at you, have your reputation at risk. Man, we don't give a damn about this world, man. You know? Why? Because if the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is within you, there ain't nothing you can do about it besides do the work. Do the work of the Lord. And you're going to have times where you slip. You're going to have times where you're not feeling it as much as other times. But at the end of the day, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is giving us that spirit to not give a damn about what nobody think or say about us, man. Even if there's moments you might want to hit somebody in the mouth, because people be saying some of the slickest stuff. The Lord keeps us in our patience, man. Because at the end of the day, what? Vengeance belongs to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Verse 5. Matter of fact, let's jump back again. But as we were allowed of God to be put in trust with the gospel, even so we speak not as pleasing men. If we were out here speaking to please men, there would be no reason for us to be trusted with the Lord's words. Because in order for you to preach the Lord's words, You say a lot of things that offend this world because the Lord is against this world. Okay? Even so, we speak not as pleasing men, but God which trieth our hearts. Verse 5. For neither at any time use we flattering words, as ye know, nor a cloak of covetousness. God is witness. So we keep it simple. We keep it plain. We just normal men. We ain't speaking to please man. We're just doing what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua asked us to do, which is get our asses out there and teach this word. If you love Yahushua, what are you going to do? You're going to feed the sheep. How do you feed the sheep? By teaching this word. The problem is the majority of people are not going to accept us. The majority of people are going to treat us as if we just nobodies, man. Okay? But oh well. What does it say in the book of John? We're going to get it. This is the book of John, chapter 4 and verse 44. For Yahushua himself, this is out of Yahushua's own mouth, all right? Come on, man. This is out of the King of Kings' mouth himself, all right? The Lord, period. For Yahushua himself testified that a prophet hath no honor in his own country. We don't get no honor. Yahushua already said that would be. So we ain't, caught up or messed up because you people don't honor us. The scriptures tell you, before honor is humility. We will receive our honor if we be of the elect when our Lord Yahushua returns. Okay? And we're going to receive portions of our honor when all hell breaks loose. Okay? Because when all hell breaks loose, our spiritual bank account is going to start opening up more and more. Okay? Then when we get delivered in them chariots, our spiritual bank account is officially open. All right? But the scriptures already say a prophet is not going to receive any honor. So for you to say, oh, well, we don't look at you as a man of God, I don't think you're a man of the Lord, that's what you would say to a man of God. Because someone who gets accepted by this world, someone who everyone looks up to as, this mighty figure of God, he's a man of God. He ain't no man of God. Because a true man of the Lord, he going to speak the words of the Lord. It's going to piss you off too much to where a lot of you people in this world, what you going to do? You're going to get offended. You're going to want to kill us. You're going to think about these evil things towards us, man. Come on. And because we're not rich and famous, because we're just, what you look up to be as average and everyday people, you don't give a damn what we have to say. We don't get no honor. Okay? These lessons, we bring them out. We at least for myself, certain brothers like myself, we like to just, hit the point. Hit the freaking point. And guess what? When you hit the freaking point, people are going to get uninterested. Let's go to the book of 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 12. For our rejoicing is this, the testimony of our conscience, that in simplicity and godly sincerity, not with fleshly wisdom, but by the grace of God, we have had our conversation in the world, and more abundantly to youward. So in simplicity and with all sincerity do we bring out this truth. When we have conversations, we have spiritual conversations. We ain't trying to bring no bugged out doctrines to the fold. All right? Not the true man of the Lord. The true man of the Lord have pure conversations, holy conversations. Okay? We conversate about spiritual things, man. That's why, if you're a man of the Lord, you are not, if you're a true man of the Lord, especially a true man of the Lord being someone who's been in this for a while, you was not about to be out here kicking it with this world. Come on, you a damn idiot if you really think you a man of the Lord and you out here giving everybody high fives and you buddy with the world. You going out to the club every week still. You still try to pull women at the club knowing good and goddamn well the majority of them got dudes at home. Okay? Come on, man. When you in this truth, you live a simple life. When you bring out this truth, you bring it out in a simple, edifying lesson. You don't complicate things. Because one thing about women complicate things. A man is to get to the gosh damn point. A man is to be just straightforward, just give it to you how it is. That way, You can't scratch your head and say, what are you talking about? I told you what I was talking about with ease, with simplicity, with words you understand. So you can't go to the Lord on Judgment Day and say, Lord, he was speaking all fancy. I didn't understand half of what he was saying. No, you ain't going to do that with the true man of the Lord. The true man of the Lord told your ass, you're going to repent or the Lord is going to get you, man. Okay? You're going to turn back to being who you're supposed to be, a Hebrew Israelite, or the Lord is going to tear your ass up. Okay? That's just straightforward. But guess what? Nah, that don't sound right. That sounds too basic. Let's go to you know what? Let's go to Jeremiah. You know what? No. Let's skip that. What I want to do is go to Isaiah 32. I'm not going to make this long. I'm probably just going to close it here, man. Because at the end of the day, one thing about people, they're not going to give you your flowers, so to speak, until you die. And the reason why most people don't get their flowers till they die is because this whole world is full of the congregation of the dead. And the congregation of the dead love to give recognition to their own, which is those who have died. Literally, their body's dead. Now they get their flowers. Now everybody care about them. But when you hear, nobody gives a shit about you, man. Okay? But anyway, this is Isaiah, what's that, 32? And verse 4. The heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammerers shall be ready to speak plainly. And that's what we do. We speak plainly. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai gives us the ability to speak. So if we don't speak that good, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai gives us the words to speak. He gives us the sound mind to speak. There's times when you're speaking, you don't even necessarily know where you're going with it, because sometimes in your mind you just feel like you in a different realm. Like it's hard to explain things because you in this flesh, to where talking can almost become a chore because you're trying to simplify things in a world where people love to complicate things. So when we speak, yeah, we speak in simplicity, but even with speaking in simplicity, we can sometimes still get lost. But the Lord, He gives us the words to speak. He gives us that extra mental capacity to be able to bring out the word. Okay? The heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammerers shall be ready to speak plainly. Okay? So the Lord, He gives us that ability to be able to speak. And with that, we may say things by accident. Brothers may bring out a lesson, but at the end of the day, at the end of the lesson, you might be like, man, this brother done said this, he done said that. That's not what that is. Well, a brother might speak and slip with his tongue. And then that will cause someone to look at that brother like, oh, see, I knew he wasn't a man of the Lord, when he sincerely just slipped. He might say something along the lines of, yeah, the Arabs being the Edomites, which we know, of course, the Arabs are not the Edomites, but he meant to say Ishmael. But you'll hold that upon the brother's head like, see, he can't be no man of God when he just slipped up, because we're not perfect right now. So the heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammerer shall be ready to speak plainly. So the Lord helps us when we slip up, man. This is the book. We're going to stay in the Apocrypha for a second. This is Ecclesiastes, chapter 19 and verse 16. There is one that slippeth in his speech, but not from his heart. So you'll watch a brother in this truth. He'll bring out a lesson and he might slip with his tongue. He might say something that's not necessarily accurate based off of just slipping, not because he really meant that or he felt that, but his mind kind of got twisted up, and what his mind was thinking, his mouth said different. But you'll have an idiot, see, he ain't no man of the Lord. He don't even speak fancy, and he talking about this is that, and it's not even that, it's this. But the brother made a mistake, a simple mistake that maybe he didn't catch when he did it. There is one that slippeth in his speech, but not from his heart. So sometimes a brother can say something and it may not be accurate based off of him sleeping with his speech, not based off of him not knowing what he's talking about, just based off of making a mistake. Okay? His mind knows what it is, but his mouth says different. It happens. Okay? But you got some scoffer. See, he ain't no man of the Lord. He ain't no man of God. His lessons is boring. Shit, he ain't bringing out nothing interesting. And he just said this when it's that. And who is he that hath not offended with his tongue? We all have. We've all have said offensive things with the tongue. And there's been times where each and every one of us have said things that may not have been necessarily accurate. And it could be based off of accident, based off of he say, she say. We've all done things in our past where we could be, placed that as blame based off of our speech not being on point. Okay? Admonish thy neighbor before thou threaten him, and not being angry, give place to the law of the Most High. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love. Okay, but long story short, sometimes we slip with the tongue. It happens. All right, but that's why, you shouldn't be just having long sentences and you're not really bringing out the scriptures. I mean, there are some brothers who do that. They kind of have a way of ranting as they teach, but they'll quote scriptures. They'll still bring out scriptures when they quote them or whatever the case may be. But if a brother's just talking and he ain't referencing no scriptures, he needs to be silenced. I'm gonna just say that. Okay? We got to speak according to the words of the Lord. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 32 and verse 8. Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue. That's why it's good to just get to the point. Bring out the scriptures, make the lesson as edifying as possible, and wrap it up. Because when you start just talking on your own imagination and you're not referencing scriptures or reading scriptures, okay, that's where, confusion comes in. That's where the freestyling comes in and made up doctrine start coming in. Okay? Let the speech that comes out of our mouth be short. Speak according to the oracles of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay? Now again, we don't speak to please men. We speak because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai told us to speak. He gave us what to speak. Okay? He didn't tell us to change up the doctrine to win people over. He gave us what to speak. Don't water it down. Okay? But you got men, they looking for brothers to just slip up when they bring out the word. They looking for some scientific breakdown. When you bring out simplicity, when you make a mistake with your speech, see, he ain't no man of the Lord. All right? Let's close it. I'm going to close it with this. This is what I'm going to do. This is Acts chapter 4 and 13. Now, when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled and they took knowledge of them that they had been with Yahweh Shai. And that's how we get looked at. We get looked at as if we're unlearned. This man don't got no church building. This man ain't wearing no suit and tie. Who does this man think he is? How is he calling himself a son of God? How is he calling himself a prophet? Okay? That's how people look at the prophets. The prophets don't get no honor. The prophets get looked at basically like everything under the sun except for what they are, which are the men of the Lord. We everything except for what we are. Okay, we ain't the Israelites, but we can be everything else. We ain't the prophets of the Lord, but we can be anything else. Anything that's of the Most High, we can't be that. We can be everything else. People looking at us like we just your everyday, average Kunta Kinte off the block, man. The Lord has men that he has set up from the beginning, before this world was created, before the word was even written, who were going to obtain salvation, who were going to receive this word and obtain that salvation finally in that last part of the last days. That's the time we in. That's why brothers are bringing out lessons. They're keeping it as simple as possible. Okay? That's what the Lord wants us to do. That way you can't say, I didn't know, I didn't understand. You understand. So I'm going to go on ahead and close it there, man. All praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.